Woo! That was scary. So, if there's ever a time to just kind of be done, I think right now is about the time. This whole assignment thing is taking its toll. Not so much on me, but on my wife. And it's getting to the point where it's really unfair to her. You know, they're just kind of throwing us around, and, you know, she has to do all of this stuff. I can't do any of it for her. And unfortunately, nobody cares. They're really putting a lot of unnecessary stress on my wife that she didn't sign up for. You know, when I joined the military, I signed up to be kind of thrown around and tossed around. That's what happens when you sign up and you raise your hand and you say you're going to be an enlisted member of the United States military. You are volunteering your life away, and I understand that. I'm okay with that. If they want to send me to a dangerous place and put me on the front lines, I agreed to do that. But my wife did not agree to be thrown around and treated kind of like crap and like somebody who doesn't matter. And I'm just, I don't know what to do anymore. I really don't. It's, you know, we've got less than a month left that we're supposed to be here in Alaska. Sometime in September we're going to be leaving, and we have no idea where we're going. We have no idea, because we don't know where we're going, we have no idea where we're going to live. We have no idea what schools our kids are going to be able to attend. We have no idea what kind of legitimate medical care my wife is actually going to get. Basically what happens is they send my wife's medical issues and what she needs, and essentially what she needs is access to a neurologist a few times a year just to check up on her and make sure she's doing alright. Which is simple, and most bases should be able to accommodate that. But really, it's ultimately up to each individual base as to whether or not they're actually able to. And so my packet was sent up to 5 bases after waiting 6 weeks to hear something. And 2 of those bases came back and said that they think our documents are falsified and that my wife has to provide additional documentation to prove that we didn't falsify anything. This is after waiting 6 weeks from turning in our original package. What that tells me is that when I submitted my original package, somebody somewhere sat on the paperwork and did nothing about it, saying, well, we've got 7 weeks to do this, so I'm not going to do anything right now until the 6th week. And so, you know, waiting for that, and then to come back and find out that now we have to provide additional paperwork. So my wife's getting stressed out about that because, one, nobody likes being accused of lying. And then on top of that, you know, she's got to try and get some additional paperwork signed by her doctor who's down in Anchorage, which is not exactly a quick trip from here in Fairbanks. It's frustrating. So later that day, we call saying, okay, what paperwork do you need us to get? And the lady's like, oh, I already took care of it. You're good to go. And we heard back from 2 of the bases. We're just waiting for the other 3 to respond and say whether or not they can take you. Which would be great if it was supposed to work that way. However, apparently if one of those bases comes back and says, yes, we can take you, and one of those bases, one of those 2, at least one of those 2 did, from what I understand, that's the base I'm supposed to be going to. And at this point, we really don't care where we're going. We just want to know we're going somewhere. Loose sand. I hate loose sand. I get on this stuff and I think to myself, why on earth do I want to keep riding a dual sport? Because I keep finding myself in this type of stuff. Loose sand or loose gravel. Yeah! There we go. So, anyways, we're waiting. It's getting to the point where people are just kind of pushing us off, just being like, it'll happen when it happens, and you just need to let the system go. Problem with the system is it doesn't work. Or, not the system. The system in and of itself is a good thing. You know, it's supposed to provide for people to make sure that they have the resources they need to take care of their families. I get that. Problem is the people working the system don't give a damn about what actually happens and to your family. And that's what makes all of this hard. So, we're still in limbo and kind of pissed off. Again, I signed up to be, treated like crap, and I understood that that would be the case. But I also understood that my family would be taken care of. And the system that's supposed to take care of my family is not doing so. And in fact, it's making it more stressful for my family. A lot of families go through stress in the military, deploying, being put in dangerous frontline situations. Loss of a family member is a very real thing in this job. And I agreed to do that. And my wife agreed to accept that risk as well, to make sure that we were taken care of. And that's fair. But when it puts unnecessary stress that's supposed to not be there by the system, and yet it creates more stress, we've got a problem. So I don't know. I just hope people get their shit together and start actually doing their jobs. Because right now, I'm suffering for it. Or not me, but my wife is. It also affects some things that I want to do as well. Nothing important, nothing life-threatening. But for instance, I wanted to go down to Anchorage in the next few weeks and meet up with people like Livin' Rob and AK Junkyard Bobber and Alaska Deluxe Rider. That would have been awesome. And I don't think it's going to happen. Because too much time is going to have to be spent prepping to go. I assume, based on what I've heard and where we're at, we should finally find out where we're going this week. So, but given that this is happening so late, the ability to plan and do fun stuff is kind of limited. In the next couple of weeks, they'll probably be shutting down the riding season here. So I'll have to wait till I get to my next assignment, assuming we get somewhere that has year-round riding. And then, of course, we can't really plan for where we're going and what kind of riding I'll be doing, because we don't know. For instance, if I get a place like California or New Jersey or Illinois, or a place that has really strict emissions laws, this thing isn't gonna pass. I'm not even gonna bother taking it with me. I'll just sell it here and wait until tax refund time and get something else. So then it'll be like bicycle vlogs until I get a new motorcycle, or quad vlogs, bicycle, quad, all of that fun junk. But if we get some place like Texas or Florida, New Mexico, Arizona, someplace that is not so strict, this thing will be fine. And then I'll also be able to ride year round, and there won't be any issues, and I'll just keep riding until tax time and get a new bike then, regardless. It's difficult to know. Oh, if we get a place like California or Illinois or New Jersey, I'll have to sell my guns too, because we won't be able to take them with us. It's really kind of, and I don't want to have, a week to get all of that done, because if I have to sell it, when I sell it, I'm not going to make very much off of it. Like this, if I have to really push to sell it quickly, I won't even make what I put into it. Yeah, I really don't want that.